Militia. Militia.
When you feel like elephants, she come in, she sound elegant.
Good day, y'all. Welcome to the No Say podcast. My name is Dylan. Today we're joined by our co-host Isaac. How are you, Isaac?
I am fine. How are you, Dylan?
I'm doing pretty fine myself. So today we have a topic. Isaac is going to be leading us through the questions, but the topic of today is online predatory.
I have one question for you, Dylan. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What are online predators and how to do operate?
Well, online predators are people who use the internet and they use it to harm others, whether it's children, teens, or even other adults. They use social media in order to groom them to do with different things for their own benefit. They use different social media such as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. They also use gaming platforms such as video games or chat rooms like Skype and Discord. And they are unfortunately very common these days. A lot of people are very sick in the head to start grooming other people, especially children. So this is a very sensitive topic that we're handling here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Okay.
Pretty bad stuff.
Yeah, so bad. Well, why are teens vulnerable to online grooming?
Well, teens are at that stage in life where identity, self-esteem, and connection really matters. So predators who most of the time have already gone through this, they offer the teens attention, flattery, they spoil them with gifts to make them feel special or understood. And this is a very dangerous act. This is pretty much grooming. That's one of the most common ones we see these days. And it's just a really sad. So we as a society, we have to make this issue more widespread so other teens and younger people or even older people can see these issues, recognize them, and put a stop to them immediately. And we also need to punish the people who do these acts accordingly.
That's so dangerous of this.
Thanks.
Okay, Dylan, what are the red flags of the dangerous interaction?
So some of the most common red flags that we see in these predatory interactions is that, first of all, they normally ask you to keep your conversations a secret. In the case of children, it is very common for them to ask the children to not tell their parents about that they're talking to them or their guardians. Secondly, they try to move the chats to private apps or even video calls. This is also very dangerous because if a person wasn't aware of these predators or isn't that knowledgeable on what they're trying to do, this can be very dangerous because predators a lot of times they use these private apps or video calls to get stuff from you, whether it's private pictures or private recordings of you, or even just to get your address. These are some of the most common things that predators ask for, so it is very important to be aware of them. They will ask you for your bank information, your credit card information. They can use it to steal your money, so that's bad. They will
That's
also
crazy.
Yeah, I know, right? It's horrible. And a lot of times they will also make you feel guilty or scared if you try to back away. They will threaten you a lot of times with suicide if you stop talking to them or if you report them. And this can a lot of times make victims of predatory relationships feel like they have to stay in that relationship And yeah, these are the red flags that we encounter a lot of times.
Wow. Well, man, that's so crazy. Very dangerous of the child.
Yeah, it's quite sad that predators are really common these days. It's rough. It's rough out here.
Wow. Okay. Can you share a real life story that impact you?
One famous case is of the YouTuber Onision. He was a famous YouTuber back in the early 2000s, and he used his platform to have interactions with his younger fans. He would normally ask them to send them inappropriate pictures of themselves, and when he got found out, he didn't really apologize for it. He just kind of ignored it and kept going, but luckily the internet didn't let that go, so his career was ruined, his life was pretty much ruined, and you know, it impacted me because it showed me that people are willing to see this issue and they're willing to hold these predators accountable. So I'm glad that not that this is happening, but I'm glad that people are taking action.
To conclude, what can we do to stay safe online?
Well, some things we can do to stay safe online is to, first of all, keep our profiles private, since we can choose who can follow us or who can see our content. Of course, it's not always gonna be effective, but you know, that's a step. Secondly, we can not share our personal information or pictures to people you don't know in real life. It's very easy to find people on the internet, so keeping less information of yourself out there is helpful for these predators to not find you. Also, don't be afraid to block someone. If someone is harassing you online, you don't need to give them your time of day, you know. So
yeah, that topic is so crazy and dangerous. And well, to conclude, you have to be careful with people. You don't know what intention they may have. And thank you, Leland, for this.
Goodbye, y'all. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Thank you, Isaac, for joining us. And yeah.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
No way, it's alright. Fuck's up, that's the